You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah!
That. How's everybody doing, man? It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've been on here, but hey, man, I'm back. I hope my audio is optimum. I'm using the different headphones. I left my best ones at home, so I hope this right here is up to par. So let me go ahead and say what's up to people in the chat room. We got G Money Gary Joyner. We got K3000. We got Vince Wright, the sports governor. We got Gary. Did I say Gary G Money Joyner? Did I say K3000, the professor? Vince Wright, the sports governor, is in the chat room. Sluggo the Hammer is in the chat room. We got Team Broadcasting, a.k.a. Togo Uganda, a.k.a. Christopher Tracy, in the chat room. Who else we got there? Welcome everybody to I forgot the darn name. Sunday service. That's right, Sunday service, man. This is a Sunday service. I usually go in the morning, but I had to make that money, so I'm here doing it in the afternoon. I want to thank Chief Rocker Jersey Vern, Mandy Leon. They did Sunday service last week. I think the sports governor did Sunday service the week before that. I've been listening to a lot of shows. I didn't get a chance to be in the chat room. I've been grinding hard, man. I know I been getting emails, people from the Lonely Hearts Cafe. They're like, Jungle Brother, where you at, man? Where you at? But I'm quite sure Christopher Tracy been holding it down. Like I said 2-3 weeks ago, I had a bad day, cost me a lot of money, so I've been back on my grind trying to get it. Well, here we go. Some things has changed. We got some new affiliates. Those boys ain't playing. You know, shout out to the X Squad and affiliates. The boys are teamed up. They doing business as X Squad and affiliates. Shout out to them. Shout out to SME Posse. That's right, Real Cass and SME is about to start collaborating, you know, so Redland Kirk, Loose Neck, Miss Mocha Bella, who else on there? 47 Problem, who else on there? I'll call your names out. Y'all gonna be hearing this. We got the Chief Rocker, Jersey Vern. Him and Mandaleon did a great show yesterday. I apologize. I ain't been blessing all y'all shows, man, but I had to get out here and make this paper, man. So that's enough of me running my fat mouth. I got Mr. Underground Railroad himself with me, and we about to tear y'all up with the Black Quarterback Show on this first day of May in the year of our Lord 2016. Well, it's actually the second day of May also, 2016. I'm getting the dates messed up because y'all folks on SME, y'all going to be hearing this on May 2nd, 2016. Let me go ahead and introduce the man, the mellow, the Mr. Underground himself, who coined the phrase Underground Railroad Show. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say what's up to my partner, That Ninja. What's up, That Ninja?
What's going on, Jungle Brother? What's going on, Jungle Brother? Chilling as always, man. Thanks for the intro. Thanks for the collab, man. You know, I always love to do a Black Quarterback Show with you, man. It's something we started, you started, I don't know, about a year or so ago. And we just been, you know, talking about black quarterbacks and, you know, the lack of coverage, the lack of fairness as far as their chances that they get, man. And, overall straight up bias and an agenda against those cats, man. But, man, before we get into all that, man, we, just as far as a unit in a group, man, glad for you to be back, man. Glad to hear your voice again, sir.
Thank you.
And, man, I'm glad that when you came back, man, we got together. We've been trying to do this for a minute, and the timing couldn't be better, man, because we're fresh off the draft. So, fresh off the draft, man, and black quarterbacks, I think we got a lot to talk about. So, man, before we get to rolling with it for real, as always, I'd like to acknowledge Jungle, the man I like to call the Dr. Dre Spreagle, have to get me started, man. But let's go ahead and run the show like we used to, sir.
Yes,
now, right off the bat, I'm disgusted. I mean, before we even discuss football, before we even talk about the draft, before we talk about the media and their particular coverage, the way they went about covering the draft, which was business as usual, which is funny business or crooked business, however you want to call it. How about I got to somewhat apologize to Doug Stewart? Just a little bit. Because right after it happened, he called it, man, and I was in denial about it forever. But that damn snake, Urban Meyer, I mean, he gave it the 12 gauge with no Vaseline, dude. Sure, the 12 gauge to be essentially the last notable quarterback drafted is a joke. And that happened as a result of Urban Meyer not giving him favorable recommendations, benching him, having him come back for his own selfish purposes in case J.T. Barrett wasn't healthy, and screwing him over, man. And he did it in front of a national media, man. And I think as a result, he fell way lower than he should have, and it cost that man a lot of money. So right off the bat, I got to say Doug was right about that, man. Urban Meyer cost 12 gauge a hell of a lot of money, dude. That man went in the 4th round, sir. The 4th.
And it's basically like, and that Ninja was worse than that. It's like he a free agent. He going to a team that already had 3 black quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying, man. They got 3 black quarterbacks, and not only that, none of them really suck. And they got a starter. Tyrod Taylor had a damn good year last year, and him and Sammy Watkins have developed chemistry. And that's where he ends up going? Not a Dallas, which, I mean, between Dak and Cardell, I'm going to take 12 games. That's just me. I'm an Ohio State guy, full disclosure, so maybe I'm biased. But between teams like Chicago, Detroit, Arizona, all of these teams need heir apparent. All of them.
All of them.
Green Bay needs an heir apparent. All of these teams need heir apparent, sir. And none of them picked up 12 gauge. None of them, I don't even know if they picked up a quarterback. And this man ended up going to Buffalo where he's going to, at best, I mean, you said it best, he's almost a free agent. He has to go in there and perform just to be the second or third quarterback on the roster.
They put him on a team that guys got the same skill as he the slowest quarterback on the team. He couldn't go play. He couldn't go on Chicago and beat out Jake Cutler. No, they didn't want that. He couldn't go to San Diego. They didn't want that. They sent him.
No.
They sent him a pit bull. They sent him to a camp that already got pit bulls. So it's like a checkmate, that Ninja. It's like a checkmate.
It's damn near like Urban was in on it, man. He's sitting around smiling while all his players are getting drafted. But the man that got you a national championship had a whole lot to do with it. You were complicit in screwing him over. You're one of the main reasons that man got drafted where he did. That, and on top of that, that bullshit coverage, all that negative coverage, all that he sucks, he's terrible, he's holding the Buckeyes back, even though he's never lost a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the damn draft, dude. They took Goff. They took Wentz. I want to say Paxton Lynch then came off the board. Fucking Hackenberg then came off the board. Before 12 games, before Dak Prescott. I'm trying to think. I want to say that Brissett went to the Patriots before Hackenberg got picked up. I might be wrong.
Now, I think Hackenberg was the first quarterback drafted on Friday. I think he was the first quarterback drafted on Friday. They made a big deal out of that. But let me double check.
You know what? I think you're right. You're right. You know what it was? Is that they took Brissett was the first black quarterback to go. And he went to the Patriots, and that's a whole other discussion we'll have in a second. But this man, 12 games, the only one to win a national championship, playing at a big school. I mean, all of a sudden, man, it's like that shit doesn't mean anything. They took Goff, a guy that didn't perform well at Cal. Every time he had a big game, he did not perform well. He didn't step up. Most of the time, they didn't win the games. He had horrible games. I think he had a game where he threw 5 picks one time. The other guy was Wentz. Wentz played in a lesser conference. And all of a sudden, that doesn't mean nothing, too. I just like to point that out. He played in a lesser conference, and out of nowhere, we hadn't heard about him, but now all of a sudden, he's the man.
He was running triple option in North Dakota State. He wasn't playing in a pro system. They ain't mentioned none of that, man. They ain't mentioned none of that Ninja.
No, they mentioned it. Dude. That's my point. You're making my point for me. They mentioned that shit, Jungle. This is what they did. All of a sudden, that being in an offense like that is not a problem, Jungle. They said it about golf. What about that system? Aren't y'all worried about the system? You know what punk-ass Ron Jaworski said?
What's that?
Jaws. This motherfucker who always would down black quarterbacks and always down the shotgun, always act like taking a snap from under center was the most difficult thing in the world to learn. The first thing they say about a black quarterback, if he played in any type of system where he wasn't under center, was he had to learn to take a snap from under center.
Yes.
That could be a problem.
Yes.
They say it every year, right?
Yes.
In the case of Jared Goff and Wentz, Ron Jaworski said, when I was in college, I ran an offense that it was kind of an all shotgun, and I didn't take it from under center either. So when I got to the pros, I learned it in a week. It's really not a big deal. It's not a big deal now. Now, every year it's always been a big deal to do that. It's always been tragedy. Like, I've always thought that was stupid. You're going to tell me this man who is superior athletically, who can play at the top level in college, who got drafted by a pro, can't learn to take a damn snap? Something 11-year-olds learn to do? Man, get the hell out of here.
Oh, man.
And that's what Jaws was saying, dude. Now, all of a sudden, he doesn't care about a quirky offense. Now all of a sudden they don't care about being at a big school. Now all of a sudden they don't care about winning. Now all of a sudden they don't care about winning the damn national championship. Now you know what they said? Literally, you know what Jaws and these other cats said?
What's that?
They got on there, and these were the attributes they were saying. When they were discussing golf, when they were discussing Wentz, when they were discussing Paxton Lynch, even when they were discussing Hackenberg and Connor Cook, the majority of the compliments were, I tell you what, this guy can really get you out of the huddle. I mean, this guy's going to get you out of the huddle. And look where the ball is in proximity to his head. Look where he holds the ball. And look how he gets to his progressions. Now, he missed a throw when he threw it, but look how he gets to his progressions. The whole thing was, look at his form. Look how he breaks the huddle. Look where he holds the ball. Nothing about these throws aren't that great. Nothing about the fact that their teams weren't that successful. Nothing about taking sacks. So, you know, anytime a black quarterback takes sacks, he's holding it too long. He needs to make better decisions, right?
Yes. He ain't going through his progressions.
When they take sacks, they were just going through the progressions. Or it was a bad play call from their black coach in the case of Hackenberg. So, you know, when he sucks, it's not about him, it's about his black coach. How convenient.
And don't let him have a black quarterback. Don't let him have a black offensive tackle. Don't let him have a black offensive tackle.
Oh, because it'll be his fault as opposed to the quarterback, sir. You're 100% right. And it's a trip, dude. My thing is, all of a sudden, none of the big things that always mattered matter. I don't care about his winning percentage. I don't care about wins and losses. I don't care about titles. They literally said that out loud. You know why? Because the damn colonizers aren't winning any titles anymore. Exactly. It's no different than when they said the reason why black head coaches aren't getting chances is because they don't have experience. Once they get experience, they'll get the chance. As soon as they got experience, what they do? Start hiring young colonizing coaches.
Preach.
Saying we want the new hot coach. It's no different than this right here, man. It's not about the things you accomplish. It's about who you are and what they want to portray, man. And they showed us that once again with the way this draft went and their coverage of it. They showed us that once again, Jungle Buck.
It is crazy, man. Everybody, you listen to the Black Quarterback Show on Real Cast Sports Radio. And shout out to the people on SME that's going to be hearing this. You know what I'm saying? Real Blue Cheese Scott. I call him Blue Cheese because he be dressing. He going to be hearing this. We got JB Jennings just came up in the chat room. We got my girl, Thorny Switch up in the chat room. Everybody, we're going to read your chat, man. We're going to give y'all some love. I'm a little rusty with the love button, but I'm going to get to y'all, man. I think it's my first time seeing JB Jennings up in here. Yes, sir, man. Y'all in for a treat, man. That Ninja. What's so crazy, that Ninja, is, I mean, out of all the years, that Ninja, you had black quarterbacks that could pass from the pocket, you know what I'm saying, got the prototypes. 3 of the last 4 quarterbacks that represent the NFC was black quarterback. Kaepernick, you had Russell Wilson, you had Cam Newton last year, dominating the NFC. You know what I'm saying? Dominating the NFC, representing Super Bowls, right? So you got quarterbacks with the same attributes as them. Same attributes as them, that Ninja. And they don't get no love. They don't get no first day love. They got to wait to almost the end of the second round to get love. And you got a guy with a bad history of Hackenberg. You know, I heard them the other day, that Ninja. They said Hackenberg, you know, he played for a great coach his freshman year, right? But then he played for James Franklin. He heard Hackenberg his sophomore and junior year. So we're gonna give him a pass on his subpar 2 seasons. You believe that? That Ninja, you believe that? I mean,
yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. Because that's what they damn do. I didn't mean to cut you off, but let me give you a quick example. I want you to keep going. The same as 12 gauge last year. Urban Meyer purposely didn't gear the offense to his capabilities. But they want to call Urban a great coach, so they're not going to say that he screwed 12 gauge last year. The game plan was garbage. It wasn't conducive to him succeeding. That's an actual case where that's relevant because we just watched this man go through the top competition and win a national championship. So obviously he doesn't suck. Hackenberg has never showed us that he doesn't suck. You know what I'm saying? This man has showed us that he doesn't suck. He's never lost a damn game. But there's no perspective for 12 gauge. And just another quick little note to let you know that Urban Meyer is a good coach, not a great coach. A great coach doesn't take a team with how many people we get in the draft? 12. Let me look at my notes, but I know we had 10. Let me see, 11. I think we had 11 or 12 players taken in the draft, if not 13. You have all those people going, and you don't even make a playoff. You can't get another national championship out of that. That was evidence to me of how much he wet the bed last year by using a 2-year-old game plan against Michigan State that got us beat the same way it got us beat the first damn time. That's not great coaching. That's okay coaching. So he was there to be criticized, and there was evidence of it by that 2-year-old game plan where he threw the game away and never even thought to take J.T. Barrett out of the game. Didn't think to give Zeke Elliott the ball, which was his call, and he didn't do it. Did they talk about him being a bad coach and throwing away a national championship chance with a team with all of those damn NFL players? No, because that's their guy. He worked for him, and hey, who knows, maybe it had something to do with the reason why he screwed over 12 games, sir.
Yeah, everybody, you listen to the Black Quarterback Show on Real Cast Sports Radio. Simulcast on SME as well. Shout out to Spicy Conversation. I'm sorry I missed you, Spicy. She said she's driving. Shout out to Spicy Conversations. That Ninja, I'm looking in the second round. You had 3 quarterbacks go in the first round. You had Goff, you had Wentz, and you had Paxton Lynch in the first round. And then with the doing 51st, I'm getting ahead of myself. With the 51st pick, the Jets going to take Christian Hackenberg, right? And then finally, number 5, we got the New England Patriots picking Jacoby Brissett in the third round. In the third round, man. I mean, that Ninja, man, what can we make out of this, man? I mean, it's been I've been watching the draft since first year I really started watching draft religiously was 1983 when you had the real Mel Kiper tearing teams up for making bad picks. That Mel Kiper I seen Thursday, that ain't the Mel Kiper I know. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been some horrible picks, and Mel Kiper just sitting there looking like a statue. And that Ninja, if you got to let me know, I don't think Trayvon Boykin was picked.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think, and I could tell as soon as I saw the way the draft was going and they got their first 2 overhyped Golden Boys out of the way. And then I saw that they actually took Paxton Lynch, Hackenberg, and Connor Cook off the board before they got to 12 gauge or Dak Prescott. Right then I said, Marquise Williams is going to get screwed, and Trayvon Boykin is going to get screwed. Somebody who was second in the Heisman last year. Somebody who ended up getting hurt and was playing well. You know, somebody that showed the ability to play, somebody that had a name last year. It's the same as 12 gauge. They put up great seasons, and the next year, the media's only job was to tear them down. Now, Boykin was still having a great year, but what they did to him was the same thing they did to Dak Prescott. They simply didn't talk about it. No matter how good a game he had, no matter how many yards he threw for, it was hush-hush. They just didn't talk about it. Same as 12 gauge. They only showed mistakes and talked about him in a negative light. Again, I remember him having a game where he only had like 18 passes, threw for 267. Barely missed any throws because he barely got a chance to throw it, but looked great when he did. He did that a bunch of times. But all they're talking about is something negative, red zone and this and that. Nothing about coaching in that situation. So he can throw the ball up and down the field, but in the red zone he can't see no damn more. Everything that might have something to do with a play call. Everything that might need to get the ball to Zeke more. I mean, there's just no perspective, man. With Boykin, with Williams, who only lost 2 or 3 games this year at fucking North Carolina, running, throwing, size, experience, top school. And yet still it means nothing now. When we get to the point where we finally got those positions and we're winning, now these analysts are literally saying, I don't care about winning and championships and all this shit. They literally said that now. They only care that motherfuckers as pale as they are. That's the only damn thing they care about, man. The only thing I can make out of it, man, listen, if you want to make the quarterback position everything, then you can't have somebody that you personally dislike and or don't want seen as a leader to be the quarterback. I mean, you see how they act with the president. I mean, that's the leader of the free world. It's a much bigger deal. But they don't even want you to be a leader at the quarterback position in the league. So you're not going to get any positive coverage. Again, Cam Newton's the best quarterback in the league right now. And he had to go almost undefeated and go to the Super Bowl to get credit for the shit he's been doing for the past 5 years. You know how many people didn't even know he broke the rookie passing record? Didn't know he threw for over 4,000 in his first 2 years?
Probably about 90% of the country.
Because they're not telling them that. Most people don't know sports. They're looking to be told about sports, and they believe what they're told from an immoral media who is either racist and they're unable to form a good opinion because they simply don't know that they're racist. You know, they're just short-sighted, which I don't believe, or they're incompetent and not good at their job. Either way, using them as a credible source, man, just shows a reflection on yourself and how gullible you are. And I got some swampland to sell your ass.
Everybody listen to Real Cat Sports Radio. I'm Jungle Brother. I'm on here with That Ninja. We formed the Black Quarterback Show. We got a lot of shows out there, a lot of great shows. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, nobody hit black quarterbacks hard like we do. This our baby. This our bread and butter right here, man. We love our some black quarterbacks. And right now, me and That Ninja, man, we just shaking our damn head. We just shaking our damn head. You mean to tell me it took 90 picks, took 91 picks for a black quarterback to come off the board when you had for 3 years in a row, for 4 years in a row, you had a black quarterback playing in the Super Bowl? And you mean to tell me not one general manager think anything good about a black quarterback until the 91st pick? You had an option quarterback for Navy. He get drafted. He got drafted.
Dude, I saw 2 or 3 quarterbacks from no-name schools, Wichita State or some shit. You know, anything not to, it's just real convenient and funny. You know, president's black now, no need to respect the president. Quarterback's supposed to be the leader of the team, supposed to be getting certain privileges. When has not winning a championship not meant anything, man? That's really what's killing me on this. How can you win a championship and it means nothing? It means nothing, dude. It's like it never happened.
Man,
it's like it never happened.
Black quarterbacks got the beef. You know what I'm saying? Black quarterbacks got the beef. You know what I'm saying? They can hit you up with a variety of ways. So what they do, That Ninja, what they do is, we're going to re-chat in a little bit, everybody. What they do, That Ninja, instead of hiring beef masters, you know what I'm saying, to make that beef, you know what I'm saying, out of that doing ground chuck that's coming out of college, what they do, That Ninja, they hire fishermen. You know what I'm saying? They hire fishermen because, you know, a fisherman, that's all he going to want. He going to want fish. He ain't going to like beef. So you hire Adam Gates. You know, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to take no black quarterback. You hire Bill O'Brien. He ain't going to take no black quarterback. You hire Jay Gruden. He ain't going to hire no black quarterbacks. You got, and then you got, don't let me get on this guy right here. You got Hugh Jackson.
Oh, man.
A plethora of black quarterbacks available. And they make you take Cody Kessler?
Out of USC, who has never done shit. Who's never done nothing. Dude, what shot do we have if Hugh Jackson...
We got no shot.
And Todd Bowles.
We got no shot.
Both have black quarterbacks that are on the board that, in my opinion, might have been the top 2 in the draft, and they don't take either one of them. One takes a guy from USC, and the other takes, who did he take? Hackenberg?
He took Hackenberg in the second round.
He showed it, dude. Twill Gage right there. Trayvon Boykin right there. Marquise Williams right there. Dak Prescott right there.
But see, you know, Cleveland Browns, they got a general manager, right? He is from, now, I think he's from the Miami Marlins. They hired him out of baseball. You know what I'm saying? He one of those Moneyball types. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
And he got power. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cleveland Brown organization wanted him to turn the Cleveland Browns around like he did for his baseball team. I'm not sure which baseball team it was. I knew it, but, you know, when you do a show, your brain frees up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what they told Hugh Jackson. You already got RG3, but guess what, Ninja? You ain't gonna have two black quarterbacks.
No, you gonna have one.
You only gonna have one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You only gonna have one black quarterback. That is a disgrace, man. I mean, it ain't gonna end well for Hugh Jackson. If they hamper him like that, ain't no damn way in the world he gonna want Cody Kessler. Ain't no way in the world. Why would he take Cody Kessler when he had Carson Palmer? He gave a first and a third round pick for Carson Palmer with Oakland Raiders, right? And guess what happened a year later? His ass got fired.
He got fired.
This is Sunday.
Fired. He got fired because Jason Campbell got hurt, and God, I can't remember. I can't remember if Pryor got hurt. He wasn't there. I can't remember exactly how that happened. But I know Campbell got hurt, and instead of that, you know what? I do remember.
Yeah, he was going before. Pryor got there. They fired him before Pryor got there.
Okay. All I remember is I remember thinking if they were going to pick up Carson Palmer, they might as well start our backup. And I can't even remember who he was at the time. But they did all that to go get Carson Palmer, and I'm like, man, that's way too much over Carson Palmer. And there was, you know what? Now I remember what it was. There were other quarterbacks out there that were better than him. There were better free agents on the market, and we wouldn't got Carson Palmer.
Resting him off the trash heap. Off the trash heap, man. Give him a big-time contract.
Yeah, gave him one that ensured he was going to stay there, and you were going to get rid of Jason Campbell because he got hurt. And he was having a damn good year, man. He just had bad luck, man.
First thing they said when they gave Carson Palmer that first round and third round for Carson Palmer, well, that ends Jason Campbell's career with the Oakland Raiders. That's the first thing they said, and that's the only reason why they gave up that much for him to show he's going to be a starter. Ain't no way you can play Jason Campbell now. Then they gave a first and third for Carson Palmer. I knew right then and there that Ninja Jason Campbell was done in Oakland, and Hugh Jackson was going to follow him right behind. And I'll tell you right now, I'll give him 2 years. I'll tell you right now, by the week 4 or 5, they're going to be calling for Cody Kessler to start in Cleveland. Now, same thing happened in Washington. You give up a first and third for RG3, right? But then you're going to waste a 4th round pick on his backup when that could have been an offensive lineman that could help him out. Yeah. That could have been a punt returner, a kick returner to help him move the chains. You're going to hire his backup?
Exactly.
So now they waste a 3rd round pick. You know how many starters come out in the 3rd round? You know how many Pro Bowlers came in the 3rd round? You're going to waste a starter on your backup quarterback. It's checkmate for RG3. It's checkmate, that Ninja.
Man, I'm still hoping against that. I'm hoping that as long as he stays healthy, I think he'll be fine. Now, as far as the coverage and all that, he's not going to get good coverage, man. You got to understand, man. Half of these dumbass ninjas, I ain't even speaking on colonizers. They do what they do. I don't got time to be worried about, you know what I'm saying, the mentality of the average cat. But think about, there was, an alleged story about RG3 because of a damn press conference, dude. They were looking and searching for anything. I mean, a couple weeks after Osweiler pushed the woman, and they were downplaying that. The allegations still going against Brady. Never went after Manning for what he did. Commercials all over the place for him during the fucking during the damn what the hell was I watching? During the draft, I'm fucking bombarded with Peyton Manning fucking commercials because he's a great fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff going in and then I'm sorry because I'm gonna get off track. Let me stay on where I was at. Like during the draft, did you happen to listen to it? Could you hear the audio when you were watching the draft? And also, which one did you watch? Because I don't do the Full Network. I do the NFL Network, and even then, I can't listen to much audio. It's sickening. But which one did you watch?
Wings. They had the TV on ESPN, but I had my headphones in. I was listening to NFL Network because Dion was interviewing the players as they got picked. So I listened to Dion on NFL Network. He was doing
so that's what I was on the NFL Network too for that same reason. Okay, first question since you brought up Dion. Wasn't Dion on some whole shit with some of them questions? Was it just me?
Hey man, they done had a whole bunch of production meetings with Dion. They done told Dion, hey Dion, we need you to toe the line. Your contract coming up, we need you to toe the line. We see that big ass house you live. Excuse my French. We see that big house you living in. You want to keep it up. We got rid of Warren Sapp. You know what I'm saying? He had to give him something, man. Dion ain't the same. And you see Michael Irvin nowhere on the programming. They had one token on ESPN. Louis Riddick. I mean, you talking about a black Republican? I mean, Michael Irvin got passion. He didn't know where to be found on that broadcast. They had Mike Mayock running his big fat mouth. Oh, man. But that Ninja, man, we got 334 Bama boy in the chat room. And we also got your boy, the sushi eater. You go ahead. You want to introduce him? Because I can't stand him.
Yeah, we got the Jacoby Brissett avatar having, punk ass Tom Brady defending, Deflategate loving, Tuck rule praising, ball deflate encouraging, cheating ignoring when it's done by his colonizing ass team, and the nerve to be Alabama cheering, Grego up in the chat. What's going on, Grego? This man got, hey, you see his new name, right?
Yeah,
Grego number 12.
Yeah.
Grego number 12 is taken. And he got a picture of Jacoby Brissett. We're going to get, hey, I'll tell you what, man, we're going a little bit, and I got a lot more I want to say, but do you want to do some of this chat, man, before we let it get too far?
Yeah, man. Hey, let's go ahead and knock it out, man. You go ahead and read it while I write down some production stuff I was going to, for the show. You go ahead. You want to read it. You go ahead.
Okay, I got you, man. Let me, excuse me for the pause. A lot of speaking, and then y'all work some stuff in here. Okay. We got, my man, K3G said, that potato salad eating ninja. Joke was crazy. Sluggo. My man Sluggo says, damn, that's my jam. Play that, Jaheim. That was earlier in the program. People saying it's nice to hear you, Jungle. Okay, I believe the chat starting right here. From Vince Wright, the sports governor. Urban Dog Jones. I don't get it. He came back to school for him, too. Shaking my damn head. No doubt, Vince, man. No doubt. I mean, he set him up, and what I mean by that is right after he won a championship, he threw him under the bus immediately, saying he had a lot of maturing to do. Saying anything he could to discourage people from drafting. And that's what he did, man. I mean, if you watch the draft, there was one linebacker he went to go dap up, and my man pretty much ghosted everybody. Like I said, he's a good coach, but he's a snake. And I stopped short of saying great because, again, a great coach doesn't come back to a team to beat you 2 years ago to keep you out of the championship with the same game plan that, once again, kept you out of the championship. And that's what he did. That's what Urban did. But no doubt, man, he screwed over 12 gauge. And for the longest, I guess I was in somewhat denial about that. As far as, I'm thinking that, he's fine. Because in my mind, he's going to come back next year and tear it up too. So I'm thinking it's not going to be a problem. But, it ended up being the case. They really did hurt him. They really did. From Sluggo. It's funny how they It's funny how they poetically glossed over Goff's .378 winning percentage, 14 and 23 overall record at Cal. Sluggo, if I could, I'd drop a damn bomb. Dak Prescott's numbers and record is better than Jared Goff's. They don't talk about that because that's not favorable to colonizing quarterbacks. The only thing they're doing, man, and it's old and it's annoying, if it's a black quarterback, they show you everything they can negative about him. If it's a white quarterback, they tell you his positive. If you've been watching them when they're talking about these quarterbacks, they can't talk about their records. They can't talk about accomplishments. They can barely show wins. They can barely show great throws. They can barely show that. They show you a couple throws here and there to some average shit that all these other quarterbacks can do. The only difference is the ball has more zip on it. I mean, it's an insult to our intelligence, man, and it's at this point, it's not even. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, man. The audacity, the gall. To be honest, if you're paying attention, you're insulted by some of the things you're saying. If you're watching it, from K3G, we having some shitty weather in Virginia, JB, because it's going on 2 weeks of rain, and they're calling for rain all this week. Damn, K3G, that sucks, man. I know you landscape too. Hey, as soon as that rain stops, the sun gonna come out and that grass gonna jump. It is gonna jump. Yeah, believe me, I know that. Usually before the summer hits real good, you get damn near a solid week of rain, makes everything grow. Can't get to the weather. Can't get to the grass, and then it's on and popping. So goes the landscaping. From team broadcasting, exactly. Coaches not getting the max from the quarterback talent skill set. Yeah, they're not, because some coaches aren't worried about, they're worried about a quarterback running their system so they can look good. If a guy's going to improvise or bring other dimensions to the position that he didn't intend to use, He's more worried about his notoriety, his ego, his offense, the credit he's going to get. So he's willing to maybe not throw the team under the bus, but to make himself look good, this guy can't pick up my system. You know, the same thing they've been saying, like 12 gauge. He got a 26 on his Wonder Lick. Did you notice they didn't say shit about that?
Nothing.
Not a Wonder Lick. Not a Wonder Lick don't mean a damn thing. Because they want to call him dumb, but they don't want to talk about that damn score he got on the Wonder Lick. Go ahead, John.
Sure don't.
No, it means nothing. Now, it's real funny how the Wonder Lick doesn't mean anything, but you notice if a ninja get a low score on the Wonder Lick, that shit'll leak, quote unquote. And everybody talk about it the next day. And half the dumb ninjas in the damn chat room be talking about how stupid dude is. I mean, it is what it is, man. You got to think about the information that they put out, man, and who the hell's giving it to you. If you don't get at this point that at the very least, and I mean at the very least, the sports media is not good at their job. At least you have to give me that. Maybe you don't agree that they're racist or they're biased or that they have an agenda, which I not think. I know that they do. There's empirical evidence to support this. I can lay it out all day. But at the very least, you have to admit that they're biased and or not good at their job. It's just that everybody now just says, yeah, but that's what journalism is. You know, you just accept whatever, man. It's amazing what people will accept in all walks of life. If you just do something long enough, no matter how crazy it is, people will just accept it. And they've gotten to that point when it comes to coverage. You know, people don't point out the fact that coverage is biased. They just say it's biased against everybody. Or I mean, it's sad. It really is for a person whose mind works and who thinks. From J.B. Jennings, Jungle, I would listen more, but you doing shows at like 2 a.m. Oh, yeah. He's talking about catching more shows, and Jungle be doing the Jungle does the late show.
You catch the replay, JBJ. That ain't no excuse, brother. You catch the replay. I understand. It's something about catching a live show because it's the interaction. I understand. But I'm glad you're here now, brother.
No doubt. No doubt. Did you shout out Gerald War Damn Eagle, Jungle?
No, I miss War Damn Eagle.
Look out, Gerald. Thanks for listening, Gerald, man. Go ahead, Jungle.
Go ahead, Dennis.
All right, Gerald War Damn Eagle up in the chat. From K3G. Preach. What's that? Okay, that's all I've been saying. The only QB to win a national championship is passed over to the motherfucking fourth round. And that's what I'm saying, dude. It's crazy. It just doesn't mean anything anymore. And they keep talking about this guy can make every throw, this guy is strong. It just sounds like I'm regurgitating the same stuff, man, but it's really stupid. Dak Prescott, Jeremy Brissett, 12 Gauge, Marquise Williams, Trayvon Boykin, there's absolutely nothing that they didn't do on the football field that these other guys did. The only difference is most of them are mobile, and most of them played at a school against tougher competition, a higher rated school against tougher competition. They performed higher and got more done in school. They're guilty of being more successful, and it means nothing. There'll never be a case. If this situation was reversed, and I was trying to make argument for these black quarterbacks, white people and black people alike would be telling me to shut up because they played at lower tier schools and they have losing records. And because they had a 5-interception game like Goff did. But, man, nobody remembers it. Paxton Lynch didn't get anything done at Memphis. But they love him. I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't really know what. I mean, outside of the fact that they just don't want to see a ninja taking over that quarterback position, man, I don't know what to talk about. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. Grego number 12's taken. Are we talking black quarterbacks in New England in the same sentence? What's up? Oh, shit. Get the hell out of here, Grego. Hey, you know what? Hey, Jungle.
Yes, sir.
You ready? You want to have a quick, did you hear Grego's chat?
No, what'd he say?
He said, are we talking black quarterbacks in New England in the same sentence? What's up?
Hey, he ain't make the team yet. Remember, y'all have Rohan Davey, and look what happened to Rohan Davey. Rohan Davey balled out in the preseason. He balled out in the preseason, and what happened? That's right.
He got cut and ain't been in the league since. Probably cut him and then put out he's one of the ninjas. You don't want to pick up room on him, and that was it.
Gregor will come on here. Gregor will come on here with a dashiki on, but he got mayonnaise all in his breath. Just because you got dashiki on, Grego, that don't mean nothing. You got a black quarterback now. Take the mayonnaise out your mouth.
I'm worried about New England having that man back there for a year or two. He's going to look great every time you see him, and next thing you know, you're going to say, hey, where's Bissett? That's what New England's going to do. For all I know, it's some backhanded deal with the league. Hey, draft this ninja because we're scared he might succeed. Y'all can get one of them out to win. We'll try to take care of the rest. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Not to mention those short-sighted ass fans don't even appreciate having them. So hell, let them go somewhere else and let them be stuck with whoever the hell y'all got back there. It'll be all good. I don't necessarily like him being in New England at all. Okay, let's see here. From K3G, JB, hell yeah, it was 50 degrees yesterday in the morning. And I think he has a bunch of sad faces. 50 degrees, huh? Yeah, y'all weather's still a little confused. Y'all got some bipolar weather going on right about now. From Sluggo, Bissett will be discarded in a few years with a narrative that he was unable to understand the quote-unquote complex playbook. Hashtag book it. You better preach, Sluggo.
You better preach. You better
preach, Sluggo. and that's what I'm worried about, man. Grego said, oh, Lord, the best quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, that's Cam Newton, Grego. That's who the best quarterback in the league right now. You got time for that? From Jared Wardam Eagle. Elway wet the bed by picking Lynch. I'd drop a bomb for you, Gerald, too, if I was on the board. No doubt, Gerald, I'm with you. I do believe he wet the bed by making that pick. Again, I mean, Prescott, Cardell Jones, Trayvon Boynton, Marquise Williams, Jacoby Brissett still on the board. Still on the board. If I'm not mistaken, at that point, he was still on the board, and they go with that guy. I don't know. I don't know, man. But, I mean, what you going to do? What you going to do? Let's see here. And I lost my place. Give me 1 second, yeah.
Everybody listen to the Real Cast Sports Radio Show with Real Cast Rangers. You know what I'm saying? We hitting you hard on the first day of May. You know what I'm saying? We coming back at you hard with Black Quarterback Show.
From Grego, number 12's taken. Don't say it too early, Gerald. Yeah, you probably, Grego likes pocket passes. He's weird like that. Grego said he thinks the only bust out of the quarterback draft is Goff. You don't know till he gets started, but I don't know about that one. For some reason, Grego likes the other quarterback. And that's the other thing, Jungle. Did you notice they kept showing, the guy from North Dakota State running plays and Paxton Lynch? They were running little options, little slow, goofy-ass options with average speed. We've been doing that for years, but now all of a sudden you care about that shit?
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. I noticed that, man. And knows that it's like they see they listen to our show, that Ninja. They listen to the Underground Railroad show. They listen to Real Cast Rangers. They listen to the X Squad Phillies. They listen to SME. You know what I'm saying? They hear talk about 3 pieces, 4 pieces. You know what I'm saying? Chicken dinner. They see what the evolution of quarterback is coming. They see the doing black quarterback dominate. So what they doing, that Ninja, they going out and find a dual threat quarterback, but with that look, that look good off the bus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's business as usual, sir.
It's business as usual.
We got Jackie.
I saw Jared Goff for the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Susie Colbert, her hair get longer and longer. You know what I'm saying? How many almost 50-year women hair growing like hers? Her hair down, almost down her back. But I ain't here talking about Susie Colbert. Hey, she interviewing them, and the first thing I thought about was Carson Wentz, tall, 6'5", and Jared Goff, he look like a quarterback. He the type of quarterback you want to come on the bus. Oh yeah, that's our quarterback. All he do, he looked the part. He's a Jesse Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that Ninja,
yeah,
we need a schedule. I know we ain't do a black coaches show, but we need to start doing a black lineman show, a blindside show. Cause these doing black linemen, they get taken down through the mud.
Yeah, I mean, any position where you're going to be a staple with, left tackle, like they just got on my man and tried to make it a story of the draft. I mean, it's just, I don't do the volume, man. And, when they get to talking all the extra stuff, and after I heard a couple of them whole-ass questions from Dion, I killed the volume and looked to see who went where. You know what I'm saying? I turn on a little bit, see what they had to say about it because I need a little research for the show. But, I mean, like you said, man, look, Mike Mayock, once you say Cam Newton should be a tight end, why the hell do you still get to analyze football games and expect me to care? If I was to say, do you realize how colossal a mistake that is? That's like saying, you just can't expect people to take you seriously after you do that. And it's like people have short memory. It's okay to say you don't think he's going to be okay, or you think there are other quarterbacks that are good enough, but when they completely dismiss the idea of him being a quarterback, it had nothing to do with football. They just didn't like that ninja. Why? Because they think he might have got some money because they'd rather see his black ass being broke and struggle. Man, it's Sunday. I'm sorry. See, I'm just saying, come on, man. It's not even about football at this point. I don't like you as a person. You act in a manner that I'm not comfortable with. You don't behave yourself within the parameters of this box that I feel comfortable with. People like you. So I'm going to downgrade you and everything. I'm not going to give you a fair analyzation because I'm immoral. But I'm going to question your damn morals all day. And half of these people are going to listen to me because, quite frankly, they're stupid as hell. And that's the world we live in as far as people and their perception and how they take in sports journalism. No matter how much these people lie, no matter how much they show themselves to be incompetent, untrustworthy, and not even well-informed, people still take that shit in like a sponge soaking in water. Indiscriminately, dude. And they get the benefit of the doubt every time. And they haven't earned it. Quite frankly, if anything, they've earned the right to not be trusted. But it just doesn't go that way, sir. They question everything me and you say all day long, but when Chuck and Todd get on there and tell you the same lie all day, you listen to them. It's some sad-ish, sir. It's some sad-ish.
Hey, Bob, we're going to pause 10 seconds for a station break. Don't go nowhere.
This is sanctioned by the Realcast Rangers at realcastradio.com.
All right, that ninja. He back.
Mm-hmm. All right, man, and we're still going to keep
Brace
it rolling,
yourself,
man.
America.
Hey, Junk, you still there, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, man, let's pick back up on that chat we were on, man. I didn't finish that up. Just make sure we give respect to everybody in the chat. We definitely appreciate y'all participating, man, and listening in, because everybody has something else to do, no doubt about that. Let's see here. Grego said Hugh Jackson is equivalent to Obama. I guess he's talking about when I had made that comparison. But, I mean, all that stuff kind of relates, but this isn't the show for me to run it down for you, sir. From K3G. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Get this right.
Shout out to the professor.
From the professor. Hell yeah, Boogie, Ninja. It's effing crazy. That is the black players were drafted. The only... Excuse me. His spell check gets him, man, and then I come on here sounding retarded. Let me look over this right quick before I say it.
Shout out to Dollar and Cents, man. Thank you for joining us, Dollar.
For all of the black players that were drafted, they only had like 3 clips showing good plays. And then they had like 7 to 10 to show what type of weaknesses they were supposed to have. Exactly, K3G. But when it comes to the others, quote unquote, they showed and emphasized how prototypical they were in size, how athletic, etc., etc. WTF? What the fuck? I swear, Boogie, you right on. Saying Mayock and the boys didn't show up, and the NFL channel went too far behind. Saying that Mayock and the boys didn't show up, and the NFL channel wasn't far behind. Spell check gets some, man. Excuse me with that. But, yeah, you're right, K3G, man. And if you listen to that coverage, man, it's just, again, I don't listen to the 4-letter network, but I'll take it in every now and again just to see what they're talking about. And it's the same thing that made me leave them alone, man. It's sickening. Everything is just pushing their damn agenda. Okay, I mean, like we said before, the TDSS, the Doug Stewart show, which kind of started everything. You know, we started listening to Doug. Jungle started something up. It kind of spurred this whole movement. So between the Doug Stewart show, between Realcast, between the X Squad, these are the shows that we listen to because we're tired of the BS. You know, on occasion I'll listen to Bomani Jones. I feel comfortable saying his name. I think he keeps it, he has my respect as far as, I think he does a respectful job being that he works for that network.
That Ninja, we got a guest on a Realcast line. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sir.
Your friend, my friend, my boo, Thorny Switch. What's up, Thorny?
Hey, Togo, what's up? Hey, Ninja.
What's going on?
What's going on, Miss Thorny?
Getting home from running some errands and whatnot, and I've been listening in the car. I just wanted to make one little comment really quickly about the Wentz quarterback as far as, the whole North Dakota State University and whatnot. I think what a lot of people don't realize, and for a lot of your audience, or I guess you could say our audience, Realcast audience, Doug, Stewart, etc., since so many of us have stopped watching ESPN on a regular basis, you kind of get taken by surprise when they do things like this, like picking Goff and Wentz in the first round as 1 and 2. But I was having a discussion with a friend of mine not too long ago, and I said, you shouldn't be surprised by the Wentz pick because ESPN had been slowly but surely spoon-feeding this guy to you. I normally get up and watch College Game Day on Saturdays and whatnot, and I just thought it was so interesting how they being the College Game Day, the ESPN crew, had College Game Day in Bismarck, North Dakota. So
right.
We were given prime exposure on a Saturday morning. We're talking about millions of viewers. And I just, it was one of those things. I'm like, surely there's another Division I school out there where you could be. And at the time, I was like, I get it. I know North Dakota State has won 5 in a row. I get it 100%. But I'm sorry, this is Division II football, and I know they call it FCS or FCS, whatever. But it's Division II football. Nobody really knows who these people are. Nobody really cares about them in the grand scheme of things. When people think college football, they think Division I schools. We all know about the whole Power 5 conferences and whatnot. That doesn't include schools like North Dakota State or even a state, for example, of Georgia Southern. So it was just, when I saw him really get into the fold and just showing up more and more on different television shows, it clicked to me, and I was like, you know what? These people, they always have a plan, and we just have to be a lot smarter as far as keeping up with them, because the game isn't complicated. Like I said, they have been slowly but surely spoon-feeding this, so many people started to realize, like, oh, well, this is a quota, it's different, it's Division II, but wow, they've won so many championships, oh my goodness, to try and legitimize this pick. Whereas most people with an ounce of common sense, they would say, come on, this is ridiculous. Sure, you're just catch me out in your division, but realistically, how well are you going to play against, say, some of the top 10 schools in Division I football on a consistent basis? I'm not talking about that one fluke in a weekend where App State beats Michigan, nothing like that, or when Georgia Southern upsets Florida. We're just talking about regular, consistent basis. So I just wanted to add that little point. When I saw Wentz just start to pop up more so, and Mel Kiper and all these other guys just really boosting him up, I was like, they've been plotting on this because there have been too many black quarterbacks really getting the attention. And I'm sure the mass media must have been just I don't know, just about to jump out of their skin when Trevon Boykin got into a little trouble, because they were like, now we don't have to worry about him going in the first round because he's got off-field issues, and when it comes to us, we don't get second chances. Johnny Manziel of the world, they can, but we can't. So I just wanted to add that. It's just, you got to see the BS coming. You got to see it coming.
That's a great point you made, Thorny. I don't got the right headphones on, so you coming in kind of low, but I'll fix it next time.
Dennis, you got anything for Thorny?
Yeah, Thorny, that's a great point, and I relate that. Do you remember when the Portland Network was hyping Boise State? They wouldn't get off Boise State's job.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. It's an awesome parallel, because it's in essence the same thing. And what that
Exactly.
in essence allows them to do is to keep a pipeline of white head coaches. Because at that time, they were kind of running out of, who's the next guy, without having to say, oh, I guess we have to consider, the Charlie Strongs of the world and whatnot. So now they can look to say, we can start now dip into Division II, and it's okay because we've legitimized it.
Yeah. Boise State will come in and play one team at the beginning of the year, try to catch them off guard, play garbage all year, and they were putting them in regular terms. They should be in the finals. They should be in the championship game. Completely disregarding that they played a weak schedule because most of the team was white, and they promote that, much like I believe they do that with New England, but that's another story for another day. But people believed that Boise State was great because they kept saying it. I was arguing that with my cousin, and I completely disrespected him in the conversation because he was trying to make a dumb point because he's being told that. And I just can't, and he didn't play ball. And people that don't play ball kind of don't get it, outside of Thorny. Oh, go ahead, Thorny. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said, the proof is in the pudding because where is Boise State now? When you think about the program, and, of course, they will try to legitimize that and say, well, they don't have Chris Peterson anymore. But I still say, if you've got that great of a program, you've got such talented athletes coming into your system, you shouldn't fall off the face of the earth that fast and that quickly.
Thorny, your team is the Saints. Now, Drew Brees is coming to the last year of his contract. Are you surprised they didn't take a quarterback?
A little, yes and no. Yes, I'm a little surprised they didn't, but when I took a minute or two to think about it and to look at, I guess, the overall options that they had, I was just like, yeah, I can kind of see why they passed because they've got bigger issues. I mean, I love my Saints, but I'm also a very realistic fan. Somebody's got to catch the ball. You're so busy trying to get yourself a quarterback. Somebody's got to catch it. He's got to be able to pass it off to someone as well when your passing game is not working. So there are a lot bigger issues that the Saints had to address, as well as the defense. Oh, my gosh. You don't want to get started talking about the defense. I mean, you think about all the points that we give up on a regular basis. So, like I said, I was a little surprised, but then when I thought about it, and I was like, nah. And I'm not a betting person, but if I had to, Drew Brees probably wants to finish his career, if at all possible, in New Orleans. So, yeah, this is the last year of his contract, but I don't see him going anywhere else because he's made such a life for himself and his family there as well. So it would be a huge surprise if he went somewhere else. So I just look at it as the Saints probably said, you know what, we can wait until maybe next year or the year after to really look to find the heir apparent to Breeze because, like I said, that defense was just terrible. And that's putting it nicely. But we still did manage to beat the Falcons.
Shout out to Sluggo. Shout out to Sluggo. And kicking it with KC. Hiding behind the weeds. Yeah, hiding behind the weeds. Everybody, you listen to the Black Quarterback Show on Sunday service. We got that Ninja with me. And we got Thorny Switch on the line. She called 980-635-9409. Thorny, before we let you go, man, do you agree with me and that Ninja that the state of the black quarterback is in disarray and they're trying to extinct these brothers?
Absolutely, 100%. And it's like you said, it's only certain teams that are getting them. And I mean, you talked about Seattle as well, but I mean, I thought about Buffalo. I was just like,
they already had 3 black quarterbacks under contract.
Yeah,
that could ball.
Yeah, I'm just like, so what's going to happen to EJ Manuel or Cardale? You know, at this stage in the game, like what's going to happen? And the fact of the matter is, and Gary made a point in the chat. He said, E.J. Manuel was probably not going to be in the league much longer, which...
They ain't saying going to another team. They ain't talking about trading him. They talking about throwing him on the trash heap.
Right. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, you got folks like Brian Hoyer.
Yes.
Exactly.
E.J. Manuel, who's younger than Hoyer? I mean, even if you just look to say, we just want someone young, we may not want to develop them. We want a solid number 2 guy, and we want them as young and as healthy as possible. Why would you not say, hey, Buffalo, I see what you did. How much you want for E.J.? How much do you want for him?
No, they want Brandon Whedon and Ryan Mallett.
Let's do the numbers, get the spreadsheets out, and let's see what kind of deal we can work. It's just insane. And I don't want to get too riled up on a Sunday, but it's just those things. It's basically the NFL is painting a picture to say that, look, if you're a black guy and you want to play quarterback, you thought your options were limited before. They are extremely limited now. They are extremely limited to maybe 3 or 4 franchises.
Exactly.
To give you a fair shot.
Exactly.
Great point. Go ahead.
You got to look sometimes at the bigger picture, and I know a lot of times in the chat, people will come down like you guys were talking about Hugh Jackson, and why didn't he, give this guy? Why didn't he draft this guy? Why didn't he draft that guy? And whatnot. I mean, Hugh Jackson's not the GM, is he?
He's not. And you see, you ain't gonna convince me he wanted Cody Kessler.
Yeah, and you guys know better than I do. Some teams, they keep those lines very separate depending on who's coaching the team if you get by draft.
Yeah, they got this hot shot young GM.
Yeah, you stay in your GM lane, I'm going to stay in the coaching lane, and if the owner comes in and wants to put their 2 cents in, he's not talking to the coach, he's talking to the GM.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, I was just happy that RG3 is going to get a fair second chance going to Cleveland. And as far as, them not picking up another quarterback, I was okay with it because I look at it as RG3 is healthy. You don't want to, because that would be a sensational story. Oh, Cleveland picks up another quarterback. Well, that's letting you know right now they don't have confidence in RG3. And then you have this whole news cycle again about all of RG3's shortcomings, this, that, and the third. But when you ask people what's wrong with Matt Ryan down in Atlanta, everything is on the offensive coordinator. He got to get used to the system. Well, him and Kyle Shanahan, they don't get, okay, so Kyle Shanahan got him throwing them INTs out there. Okay.
It is crazy, man. It is crazy.
Yeah.
RG3 future could have been secured if they had a Dak Prescott or Cardell Jones backing them up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you ensure a black quarterback's longevity, is having another black quarterback backing them up. Like when
they're not gonna call. Yeah, exactly.
Like it's clear. I think that maybe at one point in time there was maybe a small window in time in the NFL where teams were just like, okay, yeah, you're black, okay, yeah, we see it. Get out here, play. Let's see what you have.
It's politics now.
That window has been painted and nailed shut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you have to be,
yes,
like
ma'am.
Jesus and Cleat to get a chance.
Yeah.
And then to
and to your point, and to the point you just made, Cam Newton tore the league up for 5 years, and they didn't give him any credit until he almost went to the Super Bowl. And he's been doing great for 5 years, but if you let the media tell it, he's been average or he sucked.
Yep.
So to your point, even if you play great, they still don't give you credit.
So it's one of those things. That's probably the most frustrating thing about football because, it's supposed to be about talent and the best of the best competing against one another. But that's clearly not the case anymore. I don't know if it ever was like that. But it's clearly not the case now.
Yeah. Well, Thorny, man, we got you coming on here and spend a good 5 minutes with us, man. What you doing today? You going shopping? You going to get you something to eat? What you doing today?
I have done all of the above, so I am in the house. I'm getting ready to just really relax. It's going to be early pajama afternoon, that sort of thing. And that's going to be it. And, of course, listen to the rest of your show.
How my boy Red Butler doing?
Red is doing fantastic. He is sitting here looking at me now like,
what's up, Red?
hi, please.
Hey, tell Red to bark for us. Tell Red to bark for us. Get a roo-roo.
Okay, Red, you want to sing?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
All right, Thorny, man. Thanks for calling, Thorny. Thorny called on 980-635-9409. We're going to take us a break. Come back and read chat, man. We're going to come back and read chat. Thanks, Thorny, for kicking it with us.
My pleasure. Y'all fellas take it easy.
All right, Thorny.
Bye.
All right, everybody. We're going to take us a quick break. And we're going to come back and talk some more black quarterback, man, because the black quarterback is in a state of upheaval. You know what I'm saying? But that, you got something to say before we go on break?
Man, I was just going to say, first and foremost, sir, when you speak of Miss Thorny, you have to say the very football knowledgeable Miss Thorny, because that's not the norm when it comes to women. And quite frankly, as I have more conversations with people, it's not the normal when it comes to men. She has more sense than a lot of people I talk to about football. So let's make sure we mention that, because her football knowledge is not normal. So I always make sure I say the very football knowledgeable Miss Thorny. And thanks for calling in, Thorny. You are added to the show, and we sure enough appreciate it. And thanks for having your eyes open. I know several dudes you can school a little bit. So thanks for the call.
Yeah, man, it was big time. It was a big time call. Trying to find this selection I wanted to play, man. It don't look like I got it uploaded, man. Because it was a profound song I wanted to play while we was on break, and so while we can strategize on what we was going to talk about when we come back. But seeing how I ain't uploaded on here, we're gonna this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this, and we'll be back. Y'all don't go nowhere.
That wraps up the Black Quarterback Show. Thank you, SME. We'll catch you next week. Good night.